Thank you, Elaine. And the symposium that Elaine was a part of at Liberty University School of Law opened a lot of our eyes as well. She had a time to go through all of these various angles and charts, things that opened up my mind even though I'd been thinking about this for a long time. In my role as founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel, we litigate a lot of different cases around the country involving same-sex marriage in schools and other kinds of situations where same-sex marriage or sexual orientation laws are implemented into schools or into cities. And when that happens, it's more than just everyone get along kind of law. It has consequences, and it has radical consequences that I think are particularly appropriate for military families, and the question of how does this affect and prepare our military readiness. When we look, for example, at Massachusetts, when the same-sex marriage law came there, Boston Catholic Charities stopped performing adoptions. Just this week, in the District of Columbia, the Catholic Charities said it was going to abandon its 80-year history of providing foster homes for needy children. In California, where those laws have been prevalent as well, families have been under duress with regards to not just this tolerance law, but a radical re-engineering law that takes place within the public schools. Just within the last week in Maine, a transsexual law ultimately found that because the public schools or even private schools there don't allow individuals who are transsexual to choose the restroom of his or her choice, and that was a violation of the Maine law as well. Kevin Jennings, who is currently the Safe Schools and Drug Czar in the Obama administration, is the founder of GLSEN. He's an individual who wants to put this kind of agenda within our public schools. And that kind of agenda that is already in some of the public schools we'll see in the military public schools and the daycares. What he has done before he became where he is currently now is he founded GLSEN, and as part of his Safe School Tolerance program, he advocates children as young as first grade and second grade to experiment in same-sex relationships. This kind of law is a social experimentation at a time when we need our military to be at our strongest. We are facing two wars. I just returned from Israel, where we met with the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 leaders in the Israeli government, and also members of parliament. They expressed significant concern that within 7 to 8 months, Iran will have nuclear capabilities and Israel will be in its target. With this law in effect, we already know that military polls show that at least 10% of the current families serving in the military will leave the military. That's 250,000 men and women serving in the armed forces. This law will have a radical and a destabilizing effect on the family because they have military schools only as their choice in most cases, or daycares, and it'll affect the families of those men and women who are serving. We have to ask our question, at a time when we need military strength, how would this prepare us for military readiness? In fact, it'll destabilize our military because it will directly affect our military families. Thank you.